Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and today what I want to talk about is flying to Vegas from Australia and basically how I got to the Vegas shoot. So today is, well, it's kind of weird because I left Australia on Thursday morning. So I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. All my bags were packed the night before, the archery gear packed the night before, and drove down to the airport, obviously. I had my son drop me off. Carried on, I had a bow bag and a normal suitcase. Now the bow bag has to weigh under 23 kilos. Mine weighed 26, so I had to move some of the bow bag stuff to my normal travel bag. So I moved my stabilizers and that was fine. So your normal bag goes in the normal drop-off where you not drop your normal bag off. Your bow bag, which has got your bow in it, obviously goes to the oversized luggage, and that's where they take surfboards, bikes and prams and that sort of stuff. Very, very simple. And then boarding pass through the scanning gates, and you wait for the plane to leave. When you get to Melbourne, you go through international screening. So you need your passport, you have your eyes, an eye scan to make sure your passport and your eyes are identical. There may even be a fingerprint scan at that point there, but it's all automatic and literally it takes minutes. It is super fast. And then it's just a matter of waiting for the plane. Now, I was extremely lucky. This time I flew first class to Los Angeles. I have flown economy and I have flown business class previously. This is my first time ever in first class. So economy, your legs are crammed up. You generally have a couple of people next to you and they're trying to get out to go to the toilet. The toilets are always full. There's queues of about 10 people wanting to go to the toilet. So you tend to wait up for about 5 hours till everyone's asleep so you can actually go to the toilet. That's economy. Business class is much better. There's only one person next to you and you do have leg room and you can almost lie out. So business class is pretty good, but then you get to first class and I tell you, first class is amazing. It fully reclines into a bed. The food is amazing. And I say restaurant quality, the amount, when I say the amount, you can literally have as much as you want basically, but the quality of the food. So you start off with an entree, it is restaurant quality, and I miss going to restaurants after eating that. Then you had an entree, you had a main. I had beef, which was just delicious. I had a salmon entree, and you probably don't want to hear this. The wine was just, I've never tasted better wine. Amazing, and the bed fully reclines. So now if I could have slept, it would have been great because it fully reclines. But the problem is when we leave Australia, it's 3 o'clock in the no, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. So you're kind of awake when you need to be sleeping. Because you actually arrive in LA at 6 o'clock on Thursday, so you arrive in LA before you left, and you arrive there where it's dark. But still, in Australia, it's still light, so it's like kind of buggers up your sleep pattern a bit. I did get some sleep. Now, getting off the airport, I got off the airport in LA. Now, LA for me previously, I've got off LA airport many times. And it's always been a horrible airport. Now it's been upgraded and it looks pretty good, but the customs process to go through customs, it's electronic now. So I scan, you put your hand on a scanner. That stuff's pretty instant, and it's queues. It's like going to Disneyland. If you've been to Disneyland and you've got big queues, this is big queues up and down these lanes, backwards and forwards, and hopefully I've got some footage of that. Because it is quite painful, but that's not the painful bit. So once you do your scan, hand on the thing, look in the mirror, it prints off a little tag, which is pretty quick. Then you queue up for a person to stamp your passport. Now they only have one person stamping the passports. They have, I'm going to guess, 60 computers scanning your eyes, so checking to see if your face is the actual face in the passport. So 60 of those, and one guy sitting there stamping your passport saying, how long are you going to America for? And you say 9 days. And he goes, okay, see ya. Now that's basically as much questions as you get. As much questions as I got. You may get more if you look dodgy. But that's it. Now, when you get through that whole process took 1 hour. So our plane landed at 6:20. I finished customs about 7:20. I picked up my bags, and then I waited and waited and waited for the shuttle to come for the car. And I waited half an hour for the shuttle to come. Shuttle came at 8 o'clock, a bit past 8, 8:10, and I was out of the car hire place about 8:30 with a hire car to drive to LA, to drive to Vegas from LA. Now, Google says it's going to be 4 hours, 19 minutes to drive from LA to Las Vegas. Google's wrong. It took me, if I drove straight and I didn't have a break, it would have been 5 hours. I had a break because I was feeling tired and dozed off, so I took a break at this little town called, I think it was called Barstow. And I've got some pictures of it, hopefully I can put up there. There was an alien, I don't know what it was, an alien, an alien business. I think they sell jerky. It's America. They sell jerky in this alien spacecraft. Now this town was very interesting. Lots of abandoned motels which have just been abandoned in it. It's like an abandoned ghost town full of fast food franchises. So you've got all the franchises there along this strip. I went and got Carl's Jr. because it's one of the few burgers I can eat without buns, so with lettuce, which was good. So I had a break for half an hour and then got back on the road, and I made it into Vegas. Oh, and I saw this huge solar plant on the way in. Now I'm going to say that drive is a beautiful drive. It's a big 3-lane highway the whole way, and you make pretty good speed on it. You see, I assume it's salt on the side of the road. Could be snow. There's definitely snow in the mountains, which look absolutely beautiful. It's a barren drive. It's mainly desert, but it's beautiful. You do pass many towns on the way through, but you stay on this freeway the entire time. And then when you hit Vegas, you feel fantastic because it feels like a party town. You see these big buildings up out of nowhere, out of the desert. And where the Vegas shoot is, South Point, is one of the first casinos on the way in, and it's a big, big casino. And on the next video, I'm going to basically take you through the South Point and my experience of going through the South Point Vegas terminal for archery. I shot a practice round there, which was great. I walked through the vendors thing, met lots of customers, lots of people who watch YouTube videos. Lots of people, amazing to meet all these people. I got to shoot with some people who work in archery businesses, and we spoke about archery, what bows are selling, which bows aren't, why they're selling, which bows are big, how many shooters there are in that state, all that sort of stuff. And what amazed me is their experience is basically similar to mine. So when I talk on my YouTube videos, their experience, they were just feeding me back exactly what I said about the bows that I've spoken about, which was very interesting. So I stayed there till about 6 o'clock shooting, and I felt dizzy shooting. I felt very dizzy, but I continued to shoot. I shot some good ends, I shot some bad ends. So one end I shot all 9s, a few ends I shot all X's. I felt dizzy, I felt like passing out. I got to the motel room, and this is where I'm videoing it from. It's got a kitchen, it's got a bedroom, it's got a lounge room, and obviously a toilet thing. This was a little bit cheaper than South Point. South Point only had a bedroom. No kitchen facilities. And I thought kitchen was cool because I can make my own food, and I don't know, I just thought it's good. They had free Wi-Fi here too. It was about $200 cheaper. I think it was $200 cheaper because then there's a resort charge, which I didn't account for, but I thought it was $200 cheaper, $250 cheaper for this place. And it was bigger room with a kitchen, so I was like, oh, and a lounge. I like the lounge. So Then I went out to the supermarket, which is just across the road, brought some groceries, met another archer there, and made it back here and doing this video. So that's my experience of flying in. It's a big day to fly in. It takes a lot out of you. You feel stuffed when you get here. I still feel shaky right now. I hope I sleep. And shoot tomorrow is at 3 o'clock for me. There's people shooting at 7 o'clock in the morning. I met one guy, he's shooting at 7 o'clock first thing in the morning, which would be terrible for people who don't wake up at 7. I know a few people who don't wake up at 7. But yeah, he's shooting at 7, so best of luck to him. He's hoping to shoot a 300. He's one of the people I met. 7 o'clock, that's a bugger of a time slot. Mine's 3 o'clock, so great time slot, happy with that. And you can practice 24, and I'm going to say with Vegas, I'm probably going to mention this in the Vegas thing, you can practice 24/7, so you can practice 24 hours a day there. And they've got these, they were shooting 3 to 4 venues, 100, God knows how many 100 targets there were, 170 targets, 4 targets, and they shoot in sequence. So you shoot bottom people first, then top people. And you just go and grab a target, stick it to the target, and you're in business. And you can just shoot as many arrows as you like. I think it's great. Now, to me, the Vegas shoot, as good as the Vegas shoot is, to me, you can sit there and practice, and you can be shooting with Stefan Hansen, you can be shooting with world champions, and learning from these people, watching people, seeing what they shoot. It was very, very interesting to me to see so many people shooting, and to talk to so many people, and to see their equipment. And they come from, people come from everywhere to this shoot. It's just fascinating to me. Anyway, if you're shooting in Vegas, best of luck. I hope you shoot your best score. I hope you sleep, and I hope your flight was, actually my flight was pretty good. I was pretty much on a high the entire time. Yeah, and when you're sitting there on the airplane, you get time to reflect. And for me, it was a time of reflection, how lucky I am as a person. How lucky I am to have my family, how lucky I am to have all these people in my life. People I used to work with, people who I work with now, my customers. I just feel completely blessed to have this. And I think often we don't take the good things in our life, we take them for granted. And it was just amazing. I was sitting on the plane and the sky was beautiful, beautiful clouds. I was looking down at Melbourne. I was like, wow, they've done a lot of work to this city. And looking into LA, all the lights of the city, I was like, it's just amazing, just amazing. And all these positive people that you can have in your life to help you through stuff, it's pretty good. And when I do videos and when I post stuff on Facebook, all these people I'm getting 120 people make positive comments. It's like, it just blows me away. I mean, I just sit here and make videos. Anyway, if you're shooting, I really hope you shoot your best. If not, there's always next year and a little bit more hard work, and hopefully, I don't know how I'll go, but we'll see tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye. Like I was going